Okay, getting the hang of things again. Killed a few knights who tried to keep us from leaving. Still mad. Still love you. Okay, there's some guy addressing the town, Gent or something. He says they're closing the town off. Carp and I are leaving before that can happen. Can you? You're in hell? You're in hell. Why are you in hell, Luce? I didn't even go to hell until I was like 20. You know, if you wanted to be an adventurer, we could have talked about it. You just left, and you didn't even give me a chance. First it's new friends, then it's the crabs. Yeah, Crab told me about the crabs. What's next? You found a new god? I just... Look, I know I've said a lot, but no matter what, I'm your mom. I love you, Short Stack, and I'm here to keep you safe.
Welcome, storytellers, to Stories Told Again. I'm your DM for the evening and winner of the 2014 Massachusetts JCL State Costume Contest, Austin the Diabetic DM.
Wow.
You know, this is the first one ever that didn't need context because there were context in the start of it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this one.
Yeah. Well, I decided to mix it up a little bit, especially because we have an amazing guest star with us, the venerable Connie Chang.
The venerable. Ooh, makes me sound like a judge or something. Hello, thanks for having me.
I could go different.
No, I love it. I love it. I am venerable. Yes.
Perfect. Now, last we left off, our players were put into a spot of safety in hell. They were able to get a bit of downtime. We're having a number of creature comforts that they don't even have necessarily in the material plane. All of that to be taken away from them in a single moment. So the question that I have for my players this session is, what is something that makes your character feel safe?
Okay, well, I'll go first. I'm Jeff. I play Pastiche, and I would say that Pastiche feels safe when they are sleeping beneath a tree. That's actually the safest that they feel, is just right below a big tree. The bigger the tree, the better. So one that is nice and old is what they tend to look for. But even a little sapling, they'll curl up around it instead of being under it and feel nice and safe.
I just imagined you just like changeling shifting down and just like a tiny, like one by one little guy to sleep under leaves.
Oh yeah.
I'm Rayne. I play Vox Umbra, or Vox, and I think Vox feels the most, what makes them feel the most safe. Stability, which is something that doesn't exist anymore. But I think generally, I want to say, like, I think a heavy blanket and like some like string, like anything from like string instrument, guitar, banjo, anything like that. That's just like that puts you to ease immediately and has that particular twang to it that is just like soothing in a weird way.
Hello, I am Took. I play Luce. And I think this is the quickest answer I have gotten, rather than all the other ones that took me a minute. It used to be like rain noises. He would use his magic to make rain noises that, like, in general, when he need to calm down. But recently it has been just like small whispers of the dead. And for some reason that makes him feel super calm, and he's creeped himself out a little bit with it. But right now, he's chill about it.
I will say that I find Rayne's voice very soothing as well.
Yes.
Shut up.
Oh my goodness.
Very
Yeah.
fatherly, and deep.
Very
You can't do this to
stepfatherly.
me.
Stepfatherly is crazy.
I can't live like this.
No, you're voxing like this.
Hi. Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Tiffany, and I play Liv. And what makes Liv feel safest is chocolate.
Oh,
Yum.
why?
Listen to last episode.
Oh yeah, huh?
You gotta tune in for last episode.
Hey folks, I'm Connie, pronouns they, he, she. I am playing for this session only Valara, whose pronouns are they, she, and ta. And what makes ta feel safe is being in the temple of any god that is loved with eyes wide open.
That's beautiful. That's so nice. Okay.
I want to redo mine.
Too late.
So a chocolate church full of whispers of the dead and banjos with a bunch of trees out front is the perfect place for all of you.
Precisely.
There we go.
Awesome. All right. Well, I hope that my players are comfortable because I'm about to take all of that comfort away. And let's tell the story again. There are many words that can describe hell. Comfortable has rarely been one of them. The party has taken a brief respite into the bowels of hell, and it's been so much nicer than you thought. Your stay, rather than filled with hellfire and screams of the damned, have instead been filled with creature comforts, air conditioning, a wine cellar, and a vast library. Each of you has had their own moments of comfort in the palace of Valara, a powerful fiend and parent of Kesper. Last we left off, all of these comforts were put into jeopardy, as the field protecting the home is compromised by an axe-wielding monster that breaks through the field as if it were paper, and pushing all of you one step closer to learning many more commonly used adjectives to describe where you are. So, last we left off, this axe-wielding monster with a large cloak, a gigantic glowing axe, flies in and just breaks a gigantic window just outside the library. They're flying on the back of this gigantic 5-headed flying snake that appears to be depicting 5 different forms of torment and sin, some of which also happen to be breathing fire. As this person stands up from doing a barrel roll as they hit the ground, they look up and they point their axe at Kesper and say something in Infernal. Valara, you would recognize this as, "You have done this, and I will end you for doing so." As they're running towards Kesper, who immediately starts screaming because they have no way to defend themselves. I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Shit.
Pastiche as well?
Oh, yeah, Pastiche.
I got a 6.
I got a 2.
Honestly, it's probably best at the healer got dead last, hopefully.
I got an 11.
Vox got a 17.
Save us all.
If I don't knock myself unconscious again.
That's always a possibility.
I roll for Kesper. You rolled a 3.
That is a 22.
Hell yeah. Literal hell yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, Valara, you're up first then. So, first off, could you describe yourself, please?
Absolutely. So, walking into this library, all of you see Valara the Muse, Gardener of Souls. She is a towering butch woman with all the dexterous brawn of a tiger. Her hair is black and inky like the blood of a dying god, and it is short, shaved on the sides, styled precisely to sweep up and out of eyes the color of molten gold. Her skin is a rich medium brown, but it's striated with slashes of crimson, as though veins of purest ruby were glistening against polished sandstone. ram horns, the same variegated shades of Tada's skin, jut out of Tada's forehead and form a second looping curl beneath long, tapered ears. One of the horns is broken, but the shattered pieces are still suspended and floating in place. They wear black and gold hanfu, an intricate robe with a flowing silk sash. A jian is holstered at her waist, which is a long, straight, double-edged sword. The scabbard of this jian is highly decorated with desert flowers, and a fire-red agate forms the pommel. Prayer beads hang around her neck, ending in a carefully preserved wooden fulu, which is a thin vertical prayer block with a rui tassel dangling at the very bottom. And the fulu contains a series of characters inscribed in Infernal down the center. Jewelry glimmers on their fingers, but none are so eye-catching as a set of 3 wedding bands on her right hand. A black ink tattoo of a pine tree, done in the style of a traditional Chinese painting, starts on the fingers of her other hand and vanishes under the cinched sleeves of her hanfu, but it appears once again up on the left side of her neck, coiling and moving as though it were alive, a fragment of living smoke. As for Valara's face, it is handsome, and it is piercing beyond belief, like a beam of daylight gouging its way through a thundercloud. Her voice is deep and resonant as she speaks, the pounding of a prayer drum in the depths of a long-forgotten temple. And she says, not at this axe-wielding monster at all, but at her child. Sapling, back home so soon, and with companions this time. How lovely. I only wish we were meeting under less demanding circumstances. Do you mind? I'm trying to reunite with my child here. And she's going to fling a hand out and cast Hold Person.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. That is very good. This thing is not super wise. Let's see. I'm assuming a 2 doesn't do it.
No, it does not. 2 certainly doesn't do it. Yes, this person is now paralyzed for the duration.
Okay.
Which is up to 1 minute concentration.
This person, their powerful arms swinging with the might of a thunderclap, suddenly stops swinging just inches from Kesper's face as they immediately look around through these red glowing eyes underneath the cloak, and they just immediately topple over.
Is the person swinging the axe toppling over, or is Kesper toppling over?
The person swinging the axe.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right, there's that threat, at least for a little while. Kesper, please do be a gracious host. Introduce me to your friends.
Hi, Valara. I didn't know you were gonna be home so soon. Fuck. This is Vox and Luce, and this is my very good friend Liv. Pastiche is somewhere in the house. You didn't see them when you came in, did you?
I thought I felt something moving around in the wine cellar. I suppose now I know it wasn't just a little rat. Well, this, and she gestures at the toppled over axe-wielding person, is a little demanding right now. I think we should retreat somewhere safe. I'm not sure if dealing death to this person is the right thing to do right now, but we should at least immobilize them, yes? Anyone have any rope or chain or anything like that?
Oh, I could provide some rope for sure. And I'll go into my bag and grab just the 50 feet. Present that over. It was like, I hope this can be used on something that big. And I think Vox is just kind of wide-eyed.
Kesper, will I be in trouble for killing you so many times?
No, it's fine. Just maybe don't say that
was
you.
Like 5.
Yeah, I know, but like it's not all you, and like, but basically just don't mention it. Is it okay? Is it just not to mention it? It's fine. It's fine. You'll be fine.
Luz is like
Death
shaking.
is a funny thing. It doesn't always stick on people like us. But go ahead, please.
No, he's just shaking. He has like rope in his hand. And he's just like staring at them, just like, oh my god, shit got real fast.
I have a feeling mere mortal rope will not be enough to hold someone of this person's caliber and strength. Allow me to help. I'm not sure if we're still in initiative at this point, but
I think
if
we're definitely out of initiative. This is the shortest fight in the show's history.
Done in one turn. Yeah, as we're kind of like binding this person with rope, Valara is going to, if I can, Austin, cast some sort of enchantment on the rope to just magically reinforce it, to make it harder to just break out of it with pure brute strength.
Absolutely. Make me an Arcana check.
Sure. I love this. I'm good at Arcana. Excellent. That is a 24.
What does your magic look like, Valara?
Ooh, that is such a good question. As Valara steps forward toward this bound person, their arms are behind their back and their ankles are also tied in front of their chest. They're kind of like stood up against a bookcase. Let's say maybe one that's fallen over because of their dramatic entrance. Valara leans down. They're quite tall, so they do lean down quite a lot, and they touch one perfectly manicured fingernail against each set of bindings. And as they do, it's almost like a raindrop falling onto the surface of a perfectly clear and still pond. There's a ding, like a kind of resonant magic that ripples out and commands this entire space. And these feeling of the magic is not unlike a prayer bowl being tapped on the side by a Buddhist monk. It just kind of resonates outward. And there's something holy about it. She's a fiend, yes, but there's something like unmistakably divine about the way her magic manifests through her. There's a sense of, instantly all of you feel faith, confidence, devotion in every gesture that she does, as though it were a part of a ritualistic prayer. And then she taps the ankle bindings as well and leans back. There, that should hold.
Valara, with the 24, there's also something that you feel, almost as if it's like a form of echolocation or sonar. There is a soul that has been damaged through the actions that have just occurred. And you think it's potentially on your person.
And Valara's eyes, those golden sunbeams, drop immediately down to their own chest, and all of you can see that fulu, that wooden prayer slip. Something about the characters has been shifting this entire time. The characters are drawn in black ink, and the ink is starting to dribble as though it were freshly made, freshly wetted. Not just that, but it's starting to spread outward and cover the entire prayer slip. And at that, Valara does pause, and she looks a lot more concerned than when she did when this person busted in through the windows of this library. Oh dear, that's not good. And she picks this prayer slip up and eyes it, brows furrowing. Yes, we need to retreat right now. But before we do...
Oh, God, yeah, we do really need to go. The chamber, right? Can we?
Yes, the safe room, sapling.
Okay.
But before we do that, and there's a moment where Valara lingers on this person that we've just chained up. Is there hood over their head?
It is.
Okay. There's a pause, and all of you can sense that Valara is very curious about the identity of this person. Does anyone stop her as she goes to flick the hood back?
I ain't stopping that.
Luce was like finishing the tying and then see you approaching and immediately backs the fuck up. He's like,
This person is making me feel very uncomfortable. Confidence, faith. Oh, get out of here with that.
I'm going to have to make sure that this person isn't going to cause more trouble than they already have. And Valara picks up the hood and throws it back.
Luce. It's your mom.
Excuse me?
You look down at this person. It is your mother. It is Mia. They are wearing a metal helmet, something that you recognize from their adventuring days, with two glowing red eyes. It's a dread helm that's been passed down in your family. It's one of the few things that she brought with her following the incident. And as she looks up at all of you, there is an intense level of anger and rage, as if something is very, very wrong with Mia being in hell.
Mia, what are you doing here?
Oh shit. Okay. Ooh, help? Maybe? Mom? This is my mom. This is my mom. Why? What?
Oh. Hello. It's nice to meet you, Luce's mother. Might I ask why you're infringing on my domain?
She says nothing. The hold person is still in effect.
Oh, right, I forget. You mortals are very susceptible to this sort of thing.
Luce, honey, why are you in hell? Did you do something wrong?
No,
Yes.
No, shut up.
We're wanted by your city. What could be more wrong than that?
I mean, yeah, but like, let me tell her that.
Lucerin Carperos Estimar, since you've been gone, the entire city has been on fire. There are paladins that are roaming the streets of Hava. Like, Carp and I have been trying to help as much as we can, but then we saw that you were apparently in hell?
Well, just temporarily, and it's just that I'm sorry.
It was hell or certain death, to be fair, Mia, and we did try to, alleviate any other problems beforehand. But things are that bad there, yeah?
Try.
The first friends that you have, and they're such bad influences. I'm sorry to say that.
Well, you don't know them yet, Mother. Can you untie her? We can go. You said there's trouble.
Yes, please untie me so I can drag his blue butt back home, so that way we can. And then that moment, suddenly the rest of the window pane breaks open completely, and that 5-headed flying snake monster flies in, and suddenly there is just constant calamity. The imps that are in the room immediately fly away, and this thing immediately goes for your mother.
Oh.
To attack her or to, put her onto its back?
To attack her.
Okay. Valara says, oh, what a mess. Safe room. And will undo the bindings with kind of one slash down with her hand, and they just kind of pop open like they've been cut with an invisible blade, and jerks her head toward the exit of the library. Follow me now if you value your lives.
We should really go with her.
Yep. Go right now.
Before anyone else say anything, there's just a blue smoke where Luce used to be.
I want to make sure that Valara is in front so I can see where they're going, and to make sure that Vox is the one watching my back.
Yeah, I'll run up behind Liv and situate my slug thrower and just get ready with what looks to be just like an empty pistol frame in the other hand.
Casper, I thought you said this place was safe.
It was, and then it wasn't, and we need to fix this right now, otherwise it's never going to be safe again.
No, gosh, okay.
How can we help, Casper?
Just follow Valara, follow my parent, and we'll figure it out from there.
Okay.
Where's Pastiche? Can I see if I can see where Pastiche is, or if I can recall where I saw them last?
Absolutely. Yeah, roll. This would be survival or history.
Never mind.
Oh no.
All right. In this moment, we cut over to Pastiche. You're currently in the garden, in the greenhouse, looking at these beautiful plants, including one that you just stole. There's many different depictions of peace and environments and places that these things can grow in such an inhospitable situation. It's very, very beautiful. But I do need you to make me a perception check.
Oh, those go so well. Let's see. 6.
That is so good for me because that means I get a surprise round on you.
Nice.
All right. As you're looking down at this flower, you think that you can hear some sort of depiction of something, of the many deaths that it's describing that are related to you. It appears to be having one that is much, much closer to, almost to the surface. And as you lean down, gonna make it. Does a 19 hit?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, 100%. Still an armor class of 13 at the moment.
You take 7 points of slashing damage and 3 points of fire damage as a sword swings down at you and slashes at your back. When it does, you can hear sizzling, almost like what happened to Golly, as like the back of your jacket suddenly starts to smell as if it's burning.
Oh! Excuse me? No, that's absolutely not the thing to do right now.
It's the best way to get to your kidneys.
The kidneys are down here. You were up here.
And you look behind you, and it's Frank the Cambion.
Oh.
Somehow, through all of this, he was able to get into this room with completely undetected. And as he looks at you, he takes his sword, he puts it behind his back as if to sheath it, and then from out behind his back, he pulls out a bread bowl and starts charging at you.
Well, I think that this is my time to leave. And Pastiche just starts booking. Action, bonus action, movement, gone. Just gone. And also, since they are swashbuckler, they do not provoke any opportunity attacks at all. So they're just
excellent. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, it's very much, there's blue dust in the library and there's green dust in the greenhouse as the two of you immediately start booking it to wherever it is that you're going. Can you make me, I need everyone actually to make me a luck check.
12.
15.
5.
My luck continues to be average with a 10.
natural 20.
Yeah!
Let's go, bro.
Excellent. Pastiche, you are running through the halls. You have absolutely no idea where you're going. And suddenly, you bump into one of the tallest, most ethereal beings that you've ever met in your life.
Excuse me, Danger.
I'm going to assume that that is me. Because
Yes.
if I'm wrong, that's so arrogant of me. But yeah, yes, you bump
Imagine
into
it's not you.
Valara. You see behind them is the rest of your party. As Valara turns and you see those like floating shards of her horn like linger in the air just half a second before it follows the rest of her head. Ah, you must be that final friend my child was talking about. Pastiche, yes?
That is the name that I go by, yes.
Unfortunately, due to a series of unforeseen events, the barrier that protects my domain has been temporarily jeopardized. We must retreat to the safe room if you value your life. Come.
Okay, yes, I will come.
You're very, very close now. And as you're just rounding like the very last corner to make it to the safe room, from a different corner, you just see Frank the Cambion holding a sword in one hand and a bread bowl in the other, and is just screaming like,
Chowder, chili, gazpacho.
and is just listing off different soups that they're going to turn your organs into.
Phantom shears.
There are a number of like these chandeliers. You've seen them all over. As many of them house souls. There's one directly above Frank in this moment. And the moment that Ta says phantom shears, the line that is keeping it above you all suddenly snaps as it falls directly on top of Frank. And they take 8d6 bludgeoning damage.
Can't believe Frank's dead.
So, let's see, that's already 2 6s.
Just met Frank.
We hardly
I
knew
believe in
him.
Frank. I think Frank can survive this.
I don't know this man. I don't like this man. I am not a fan of bread bowls. Too many simple carbs.
Frank takes 36 bludgeoning damage and is considered restrained.
Never mind.
Excellent.
Bye, Frank.
Perfect. Yeah, Valara wasn't trying to kill this person, was just trying to like keep them from antagonizing us for the rest of the trip to the safe room.
That is excellent. As like you're about to round the corner, Kesper just looks at Liv, points with their thumb, and then just like does a thumbs up to be like, look how cool my parent is.
Yes, I know they're strong. I didn't need a reminder.
Liv, can you make me a perception check?
Perception 22.
In this moment, when everyone that you're with has thought that the danger has passed, Frank the Cambion just says the word broth in Infernal and shoots off a firebolt directly at Kesper.
I leap immediately in front and try to block it with my shield.
All right, I'm going to roll for that. Does a 16 hit you?
No, 17.
Yeah, Paladin!
Okay. But can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no, why would you say that to me?
I'm so sorry.
It's a 3?
It's a
It's
3?
a -1.
Since I've been backing up Liv, can I give Liv the help action?
Yeah, sure.
That was a natural 1.
Your shield...
Thanks for the help.
Your shield is knocked out of your hand. The force of this hellfire being absorbed and enhanced by the place that it is almost has the effect of like a repelling blast from a warlock, as suddenly your shield bounces out of your hand and then lands directly into the wall, as if like it's like stuck there.
Can I try and pull it out? Do we have time?
Liv, I'll make you a new one. Let's go.
I've had that since I was 10.
Oh.
Things can be replaced. It's okay.
Things can be replaced.
We'll probably come back. They could come back later, and we can grab it. It's all right.
Yes, once the field is up, everything in here is back under my domain. Not to worry.
Finally, you all make it to what appears to be the safe room. Pastiche, you recognize this room as the Soul Chamber.
Oh, somebody made a mess in here. Oh, no.
Is it very messy in here? It's been a while since Valara's been in here.
Yes, Valara, there appears to be like a wine stain on the ground. A bit of it is also like on the central dais that you use to read souls. A few of them are out of place, which can just happen if someone is in this room for too long and like doesn't know how to like, cover up their soul. Someone has definitely been here. You're like the bears that just caught Goldilocks right now.
Yeah, I think it's very obvious who it is as we enter the soul room. Valara's golden gaze, you feel it burning against the back of your neck, Pastiche. This is certainly not how I left the soul room last I was here. And she's walking toward the back wall of the soul room, past the raised dais. As she does, she kind of waves her hand in this kind of lazy motion, and the room starts cleaning itself back up again. Like, the wine becomes unspilled, things that are knocked akimbo, like, go back onto their shelves, onto their rightful pedestals. And Ta finally approaches that final back wall, and it's like, nothing has transpired in here by the time she reaches it. It looks pristine. And you all see a kind of like semi-hidden panel in the wall with these glowing inferno glyphs around it, and she places her hand against it, and there's a kind of sharp like noise, and you see some hidden implement has basically slashed into her palm, and you see her blood, which runs this bright crimson mortal red intertwined with veins of gold, dribble downward down the wall, but before gravity can take it, it gets sucked back up into those hidden grooves, those glyphs, and sinks into the wall. There's a kind of noise as a hidden door opens, revealing a innermost chamber beyond the soul room.
You know, I have a great respect for everyone's abilities in this party, but God, we need more magic people in it.
I do my best.
Well,
Sorry for having just a sword and no shield now.
We'll go back for it, I
to be
promise.
fair, I did not leave this room in this mess. Somebody else must have been here after I was here and did some things. So
Wow,
I don't
they
know.
really left a
Invasion-
mess.
Yes, they left a large mess, and definitely didn't find out things about themselves or anything
I mean,
like that.
I guess people wouldn't find out much about themselves here, but
No, especially that they have killed more people than they had thought that they had killed or anything like that. So
A safe room now.
Yeah. that makes a lot of
I would
sense.
love to talk about, like, walking backwards, like, following Laura. Like, I would love to talk about this after we're all in the sealed room. Thanks, everybody. And I'm going to walk out.
Yep. Luz is already like, Courage Kelly dog running. Like,
All right. As you all
follow.
make it into the room, the panel that was just suddenly revealed to you just immediately closes back up as you hear the sound of the chandelier shattering into a million pieces as something appears to like ram into it. It almost sounds like a car running directly through a pane of glass.
Inside the safe room, it's not like four walls of padded panic white or anything like that. It actually appears to be someone's living room. It's really homey, and there's even a window where outside you can see fields of grass and a beautiful blue sky dotted with white clouds. You see a rug, you see a fireplace that's going, you see a nice little sitting space, kind of like a tea room, and beyond it you see a nice kitchen with a bunch of herbs kind of hung upside down. And there's a personal home shrine that is very deeply cared for, very deeply venerated. There's like a small statue of a deity of some kind. You have to get closer to really tell what it is. And a bunch of offerings kind of at its base. Oranges and coins, sticks of incense as well that are currently unlit. The ashen remains of joss paper. And Velara lets out a, you're home now, darling. No need to worry. Let's get you back into your right state, yes? And she's addressing the prayer slip against the beads on her chest. And she very reverently and carefully, as though she were handling a living being, takes the prayer slip off of her body and gently places it on top of the table in the center of the room. Come on now, darling. Let's get you back, yes? And she places her still bleeding palm onto the running ink, and her blood, which is red and gold, seeps into the grooves of those characters. And all of you feel that same kind of tensing, rippling magic and power as she's pouring her own life force into this thing to kind of repair it, in a sense.
As this happens, you realize that this is a soul that's being repaired as the light that you've noticed throughout the entire house suddenly appears, but it's much dimmer than it was previously. Velara, you can either make me a religion check or arcana check. It's up to you.
I'll go with arcana again. I'm using my nice dice to roll for this because I want it to be good. Okay, that's good. That's a base 17. 23.
Okay. Something is wrong. The feedback of the field breaking. You should be able to repair this. This is not the first time that you've had to repair an object like this. Especially one that like you take with you so often, one that is so close to you. And as you look down at this, the light that's coming off of it is so much dimmer. As you pour your blood into this, pour the memories that you have with this person, it should, they should be forming. They should be getting called out. They should be able to exist. You don't know what it is, but you think that it might need a little bit more.
This has never happened before. Ah, darling, the damage must be quite severe. And Villara turns to face your group at large. Again, I do wish we were meeting under better circumstances. I would give you a tour of the grounds and let you know everything about my domain, catch up on all the misadventures you've been having with my child, but as things stand, and those golden eyes sweep over each of you, and then kind of do a double take and land again on you, Luce. Are you a cleric?
Yep. Yes.
There's something about your magic. It almost feels pulled in two directions. What god or gods do you claim?
Well, originally, I, and you can just see him just stumbling over his words. Not on the verge of a panic attack, but, everything has happened so fast all at once. His mom is here. He's now being questioned about his faith. He goes, well, I used to be a cleric of the wind goddess, and now I'm the cleric of Karosa, the god of death.
When you say that, your mom looks at you and her eyebrows immediately raise, as if like you're in high school and your mother just caught you like smoking.
It was Zephyr, Mom, at some point, and then stuff happened, and then and now it's Kuro, and he looks like a kid being punished. Yeah.
You are so lucky that we are so close to dying, because otherwise I would do it myself right now, young man.
I understand your impulse to protect your child from one mother to another, but isn't it rather cruel how the gods make us pick and choose where we put our love? Karosa. Good, that's perfect, actually. You see, Tovru, and she picks up the prayer slip and is referring to the prayer slip with this name, is also a cleric of Karosa. I believe if you would lend your aid, your anchorage as a similar devotee would help her regain her form once more and thus repair the barrier around my ailing domain. Will you lend your hand?
Sure. Yeah, I can definitely, because I know how to do that. Absolutely. And
Hang on. No, I'm gonna grab Luce's hand and go, what are you trying to make him do?
He's not that strong. It doesn't take too much.
What are you trying to make him do?
I simply need him to lend a little bit of his power so my friend here can regain her body and thus the ability to shield this place.
Can I insight check this? I don't trust these mysterious deals, especially.
Absolutely. Make an insight check.
Yes.
Oh, 8.
Oh, buddies.
Liv.
You have no idea. Fiend's gonna fiend.
Fiend's gonna fiend.
Villara sees the suspicion on your face, and with her hand still outstretched toward Luce, cocks her head in your direction, and it's like those golden eyes are kind of boring through you. You get the feeling that she's not even looking at your face or your body, but looking at something deeper inside of it. Oh, your soul? And Villara says, You are a close companion of my child's.
Close is a word.
Gasper just nods and gives a thumbs up.
Yes, they're close.
Mm-hmm. they have taken a keen interest in your journey, your story, and I wonder what it is exactly that they've told you about what we do here, in the bloodline, in the hells and beyond.
I'm gonna turn to look toward Kesper at that.
I've told her a little bit about us. I tried to be like, hey, we're not as bad as you think that we are, and there's been progress. Not as much as I would have hoped after about 10 years, but we're buddies now.
Buddies is
She's not trying to. She's not trying to. About to say like, oh, this person was actively trying to kill me in like multiple scenarios. Yeah, but we're good. We're good. You asked about the about what we do. Well, they don't really. They call it corruption. I haven't really corrected them.
I see. Yes, well, denizens of the material plane, especially those born and raised in the collective, seem to have a very specific preconception of what it is we fiends do. Tell me, would you fault a fox for hunting and eating a rabbit? Would you fault a carrion crow for eating of decay?
I don't like metaphors, so you better tell me what you mean.
Very well. Your straightforward nature is something I can appreciate. I'm oft surrounded by dukes of hell who speak in nothing but circles. So allow me to return your spade with a spade. What we fiends do is not always corrupt. Some do corrupt, yes, but generally speaking, we are cultivators. We cultivate souls in specific directions. Particular fiends have particular predilections, you see. Some fiends seek out mortals who are attracted by material wealth. Other fiends seek out mortals who have bloodshed and violence to prove. As for myself and my child, we seek out mortals who brim with devotion. And her eyes fall on the broken oath mark on your forehead. Or perhaps the shattered remnants thereof. You see, all I do is offer those with a lot of devotion the power and the means to protect that which they love. And in return, I ask that they offer their souls to me after death. And here, in the bloodline, I take care of them. This was the deal I forged with Toru, and with all my other great loves that I wear upon me.
See, I told you, Liv. I told you that they're not as bad as you thought. Do you remember? I did tell you that.
You think this explanation sounds not as bad as what they are?
It sounds just like what we do in the Feywild.
Oh god.
You just kind of massage the things until they work for you.
Sometimes, some of my compatriots do believe that they should directly influence the choices that mortals make. I more so give them a sword. What they do with the sword is up to them. You see, power in and of itself does not corrupt. It is what we do with it that matters. One might use a sword to cut down everyone who stands in their way, and one might use a sword only to defend and protect. I look at you, Liv, and I see a shield. I also see broken and shattered faith. You smell of devotion that has gone to waste, that has been turned and twisted against you. Believe me, there is nothing more foul to my senses than mindless faith, than stubborn devotion that devotes simply because it is all it has ever known. No, the ones I offer my power to choose their path with eyes clear.
These are very peculiar words, because I have never been devoted to anything in my life. all I have done is struggle to survive. What devotion?
Is the bond you have with my child not one? I saw the way you defended them. Against that stray bolt of magic, you leapt into action before you could even doubt yourself. If that's not devotion, I don't know what is.
You don't know what the intention behind anything is. I could have been more concerned about my own fair skin against the broth.
Were you? Speak plainly as I have with you.
I don't know.
That's okay. I've met plenty of mortals who don't know what they wish to devote themselves to. And still, I think of myself as a cultivator, a gardener. I water seeds, I give them sunlight, but what they bloom into is entirely their own choice.
Gosh. All of this. While I appreciate the overview on your beliefs, that doesn't answer what you're going to do to Luce.
Yes, Luce. What I will need from Luce is a little bit of his power right now. He might feel a bit tired until he gets the chance to rest, but beyond that, very little else. This is a momentary and contextual pact of sorts. I have plenty of magic to spare, but the kind of magic I have is not the right type to bring Toru back, and with her, the shield. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Are these terms amenable?
And Luce will kind of look at Tiff, not Tiff, you're Tiff, Liv. And
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
And I imagine Liv has been like gripping his like clothes the whole time. And so he's like, at this point, you have him like kind of roughed up out of anger.
How tall are you again?
Very.
Can I grab the sleeve? How far up will I?
Yeah, you can grab the sleeve.
Awesome.
I think you can reach the sleeve.
Awesome.
And he just goes, I think this is fine. Normally I feel scared. But right now I feel very calm about this scenario. I can help for sure, Liv. I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
Also, it's never a bad idea to do something that is maybe a little dangerous and see what happens. Luce, this could be a lot of fun.
That's a good point.
Right, okay. Sure. Let me go, please.
Liv, in this moment, Kesper pokes at you to get your attention and says, I think you know I believe in you.
God knows why.
For this moment, can you believe in us? Because otherwise we're all going to die, and I don't want to make that permanent.
I look around the room, and it just seems like everyone is quite hopeful and trusting and believing, and I let go.
Okay.
I think as you let go, I put my hand on your shoulder, Liv, and kind of look over at you. And that hope that you sense from the group, there's a hint of it there, going with the flow. There's a shred of seriousness that Vox takes as they look at you. Stalwart. It just says, you may not like it, but it's the cost that we're paying right now for our survival. And if it ain't gonna put Luce on his back, and if he's willing to pay it, we have to be cool with that. you're not alone in your trepidation. I just want you to know that.
I miss my shield.
Pastiches just, their eyes are wide black pools right now with a huge smile with their shark teeth all out. Creepy smile, but kind of like bouncing with anticipation as well. Like, ooh, this is going to be great.
Luce is 7'4", by the way. But his mom is bigger. Now that you are,
Yeah.
Your mom is like 8-9 feet tall.
Oh my god. Yeah, Valara looks up at both of you.
I was about to ask how tall you.
Valara's like 6 something. Yeah, like maybe 6'2".
6. I'm surrounded by tall skyscrapers.
So even though
we all
he
are,
is,
don't worry.
even though he is very tall, he still kind of cowers a bit. He still has this like this instinct to not be as big as tall as he is. When he approaches Todd, he's like, so what do you need me to do specifically?
I need you to place a hand on this sigil. I'm going to be straightforward here. It does require an offering of blood, so you might sting a little and feel rather weak after. But that's all.
Weirdly enough, I'm actually okay with that. My mom would make me do stuff like that all the time.
You are quite the brave one, aren't you?
No.
Well, and Valara reaches the sigil up toward you, where you can rest your hand upon it. Courage is not in what we fear, but what we do.
All right. And he'll just kind of like take his palm to his tooth, his sharp tooth, and just his one sharp tooth, that he has, as he just kind of scrape it against it and causing a bit of blood. He's like, okay. And he just plops his hand onto the sigil.
As you do this, Luce, can you make me a religion check? I'm going to say you can do so with advantage because Valara is helping.
Religion with advantage. I really should be better at that.
Yeah, as a cleric.
Yeah. That advantage helped a lot because it went from just a plain old 10 to a 15, making a total of 16.
Yeah.
As your hand touches this and the blood seeps out of you, you can feel that there is something more. It is part of the divinity that you have housed in yourself. Cold, like the splash of ice water that you normally feel, you can feel it seeping out of your hand and into this object, but you know that it's something that is a little bit more. With a 15, you've done this before. Your mind brings back to the first day that you met Nail. You did this in reverse. You put a soul into a body, and now you have into an object, and now you need the soul to come out in order to heal it. How did Nail do it the first time? He asked for a story about this person. Also, you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Shit.
Yeah, I figured.
Let me mark that. Exhaustion, there it is. Okay. Fun fact, first time I had to put exhaustion on a character in literal 3 years. I need to start playing harder campaigns. What am I doing?
You're welcome.
Thank you. And he looks down, and then I think with utter confidence that he does not realize that he has in the moment, he looks at Valara. Tell me a story about this person.
Once upon a time, there was a shrine maiden. She took care of a long-forgotten temple deep in a wood that has no name. A temple dedicated to the goddess of death. She devoted her entire life to stewarding this place, the peoples who would come and visit and leave offerings, the animals that drank at the glistening pond nearby, until one day she smelled smoke on the horizon. A band of righteous crusaders come to burn down monuments to false idols. In that moment, the shrine maiden got on her knees and pleaded to her goddess for succor, for the power that she needed to keep her home safe. But death is a patient mistress. When it is your time, it is your time. And so she did not answer. But I did. And with my power, she held steady in that temple for 7 days and 7 nights, a single girl against the storming, flaming army. The temple did not fall. Her faith did not waver. And after that moment, I took a keen interest in everything she did. And though her final and truest death is sworn to Karosa, she in time swore her life and her love to me. And I, my life and my love to her. And now she rests in the palm of your hand, O great cleric. She will stay here in the bloodline for as long as she wishes, until she is ready for the final death, at which point her first love will take her.
Luce, at the end of this story, you begin to get a picture of this person in your mind. She's beautiful. She's an older woman. She's fat and wrinkled, but in the way that means that she has had many days full of wonderful meals and smiles that meet her eyes. She's not yet gray, but she's getting there. And there's a look of determination that she has had since that first day that led her to battle for 7 more.
Luce is very teary-eyed at the start, like he's fully enveloped into it. And he looks down at the soul that he is touching. The realization that he is touching a soul just now hits him. And he goes, well, you've had an interesting life. You seem to have qualities I wish I had. And you continue to help and be amazing. So, can you please continue to do that? And hopefully I am helping you do so.
With this request, this story, and this understanding of this person, the light glows brighter than you have ever seen. There is almost like a camera flash where you're seeing a negative of the world around you, and all of you experience this in this moment, where in the negative it appears as if a shape is forming of a person, and at its end there she is. There is Toru. Ta's form glows very faintly with this, but she still wears the mark of Karosa around her neck and a wedding ring on her finger that seems to match one of Valara's. As you look closer at it, it is a perfectly preserved lotus, impossibly small. She looks up at your eyes, and you can feel a sense of satisfaction and gratitude from this person. But it is very quickly dissipated as Ta looks at Valara, runs, gives you a hug, and kisses you.
Valara kisses her back, and when the embrace breaks, she performs a gesture that is somehow even more intimate than the kiss. She leans down and presses her forehead deeply and slowly against Toru's forehead, using one hand to cup the back of her skull. And together they breathe in and out as one. No words are needed for this moment of reconnection. And on that exhale out, the magic starts to tense and swirl around Toru. And dearest DM, what does it feel like and look like as the shield is restored?
All of you feel this wave of beauty and love and devotion that has transcended life and death and gods and fiends. It envelops all of you, and you do feel warm and safe. You feel the chocolate touching your lips. You hear the sound of guitars and banjos playing a gentle tune. You can see a tree just above you, keeping you in the shade and making you feel so small and so safe. All of you in this moment hear the sound of falling rain. And that stays with you. All of you take inspiration.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
The glow around Toru glows ever brighter as suddenly they switch from the color of the soul to the color of the field. You can already sense that something has shifted. Not just in the house, but in yourselves. Lucy, you look over at your mother and you can see that her shoulders just relax. Ever so slightly, but I think you would recognize this, because this is the most relaxed that she ever gets. There is beauty here, and there is love, even in hell. Valara, in your hand, as you look around, and Toru is gone. Ta is no longer in their form, but the prayer slip, it is perfectly preserved. And on its side, it says, in both common and in infernal, eternal devotion. Stories Told Again is a podcast game mastered and produced by Austin Baacke and performed by Tiffany Veprinski as Liv, Connie Chang as Valara, Rayne Eldridge as Vox, Took I Guess as Luce, and Jeff Barry as Pastiche. Editing by Rayne Eldridge. Mastering by Tiffany Veprinski. The logo and all artwork is done by Beelzebub Hairbinger. A link to their work can be found in the episode description. Lore keeping by Jess the Cleaver. Website and social media by Chelsea Louis. Special thanks to Connie Chang. Be sure to rate us 5 stars and follow us on social media, link in description. Thanks for listening, and welcome to the story.